Okay, good morning. Today we're going to talk about handling objections. And because we're talking this week about building your team and recruiting to the business, I was going to talk specifically about handling objections for the business. However, this works for both challenge groups or objections because it's kind of a formula. Okay, so when you send someone an invite saying, if I invited you, would you check it out? And you get a response that says, anything but no thank you, then it is an objection. So most people hear I totally would, but I just don't have the time. I don't have the money. I don't have the whatever, fill in the blank, and they think that's a no. That's not a no. That is an objection. If it's a no, they will say, no thank you, period. And even then, when I get no thank you, period, I don't totally take that as a no because statistically, most people have to be talked to more than once. They have to be asked more than once. Most people aren't just sitting out there waiting for you to ask them one time and they're like, yes, pick me. So we need to engage with people and show people that we weren't just in it for a quick sale. We were actually in it for a relationship, to talk to them, to get to know them, to help them figure out if this is the best fit for them. So when you get a response, engage. Don't just hear no thank you and you leave it and don't respond. That's being slimy. That's not being genuine. Let's not be like that. So if I get a no thank you, period, or no thank you, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, or, I totally would, I just don't think it's the right business for me, I respond this way. So first of all, I empathize. I validate what they're saying. Oh man, I totally get it. I thought the same thing when I first considered this business. So you validate their pain. Be human. Remember how you felt when you were first thinking about this business. Or if they say, I just don't have the time, and that was your biggest fear or your biggest hang up, say, oh my gosh, I totally get it. I thought the same thing when I was thinking about this business. So you start by validating. Then you say, I totally felt that way myself. But what I found is, and then you tell them what you found since you started. Maybe your biggest hang up was time. But what I found is, it doesn't take hours and hours and hours to build a successful business as long as you know the right key steps and you're disciplined. You can do it in pockets of time. So relate, totally felt the same way, but what I found, felt and found, those are your key words. What I found is, and then I usually end it with a question. Because again, we're trying to engage because I want you guys to recognize when people give you an objection, that's actually an invitation to a conversation. They're trusting you and opening up to you. So don't take that as rejection. Don't take it personally because it's not about you. It is literally about them. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with the business. It is about them. And they're opening up to you with that. They're saying, here, check into my heart. Like, see what's really going on in here. So dig in with them. Dig in. So what I thought the same thing, or I felt the same way. What I found is, and then I usually say, like if it's a time thing, I'll say, out of curiosity, how much time do you think it takes to build a business like this? Out of curiosity, how much money do you think it takes to start a business like this? Just ask them. Or if you don't want to ask them directly back to what they were talking about, you can say, tell me, what pieces interest you? I love asking that question because you'll get a little glimpse into what they're looking for. Maybe it's time freedom, maybe it's financial freedom, whatever. You'll get a little glimpse into what they're looking for and you can start to help them dream and dream with them. So that's how I handle it. You ask, or you empathize, totally get it. I know this business isn't for everyone. So that leads me into no thank you. I usually respond with, I totally get it. I know this business isn't for everyone. Out of curiosity, could you tell me why? I just straight up ask them, you guys. Out of curiosity, could you tell me what landed you at a no? And it probably will still be a no when we finish the conversation. But I was genuinely interested in them, and I genuinely wanted to know. I want to know about them. So, totally get it. I felt the same way. What I found is, tell me what pieces interest you. You can use that for a challenge group. You can use that for a coaching invite. But that's how I handle objections. Today, show us an objection, if you have one, that you're handling below.